I wasn't going to say madness. Speaking of not madness, speaking of Italians, let's join one of your mates, Adriano Del Monte, in London. Adriano, it's so great to speak to you. I wonder how your nerves are today.
Now, you know I'm always cool, calm and collected, and today is no different. Really looking forward to what should be a really, really exciting night of football. Of course, for Italy and England, both teams coming in. Look, many had suggested perhaps they were smokies to make the final, but I don't think anyone had genuinely predicted that this would be the final here tonight. So I think irrespective of the outcome, irrespective of the result at Wembley this evening, both nations will look back on this tournament very fondly and hopefully holding them both in good stead for the future.
What is the feel in Italy and amongst the fans? And just take us through the journey, because we can do that now from the beginning of the tournament, where maybe the Italians were confident, maybe the fans were, maybe they weren't. But, you know, it didn't take long before everyone was talking about Italy.
Yeah, no doubt. We have discussed it throughout the course of the tournament. Of course, I've been here in London for both semis this week, so I haven't been in Italy this week alone. But certainly the feel in the lead up to the tournament was one of great optimism. There was definitely more positivity in Italy for Italy as opposed to outside of Italy in Europe. Not too many regarded Italy as a tournament favourite. We discussed that many were even labelling Italy a dark horse, which I did suggest on day one was simply ridiculous, because Italy do not enter a tournament as a dark horse with a dark horse mentality. This is a nation that have won 4 World Cups, a nation that has won a European Championships previously, and, well, now tonight into a 10th international final. This is a nation that know how to win, and, well, certainly that has now grown outside of Italy into Europe, and obviously we find ourselves here at this point tonight. But some incredible performances, particularly in the group stage. Obviously, the form in the knockouts hasn't been too impressive. Let's be honest, the match against Austria, 90 minutes at Wembley, 0-0, not the most impressive performance, but their resilience, the ability to fight and win that in extra time, remarkable. A very convincing win, I felt, against Belgium, and then the toughest of them all, that semi-final win against Spain, which, well, the honest reality is on another day perhaps they would have lost. But look, they are perfectly poised to put in their best performance tonight, and that's all that the 60 million in Italy can ask for.
Grande, Adriano. It's going to be a huge game. One more to go, mate. I wanted to ask you about Roberto Mancini, who's taken over this team and gone 33 games unbeaten. Now, Italy are known for managers, Ancelotti, Sacchi, all of them, Lippi. They all come out of Italy. Mancini probably was never quite in that category. But if he wins this game tonight, does he go down as one of the best Italians, if not the best ever?
Well, let's remember, Claude, as well, this is just the beginning of the Mancini story. So I'm with you. I don't see any reason why he won't now move into that echelon of famous and notable Italian managers. He came in at the worst possible time. Let's remember that when Mancini was appointed, he was essentially the best of a very small lot that was actually available. He wasn't the ideal candidate to replace Ventura after Italy missed the 2018 World Cup with that disastrous performance against Sweden. He took over Italy when Italy were at their lowest ever FIFA world ranking. What he has done, 33 unbeaten, those 2 exceptional winning streaks that he has gone on, and, well, now on the cusp of winning the 2nd ever Euro crown, he has already achieved plenty. But he did say it all counts for absolutely nothing unless they win tonight. And again, that is the mentality of Italy historically. It is the mentality that he has instilled in this new generation, this new wave of Italian players, to win at all costs, to have that hunger and desire at all costs. And it may sound ridiculous, but this has not been a mentality we have seen in the Azzurri historically, despite all of the success.
Well, just on that, we've spoken so much, pretty much since we first saw Italy play in this tournament, about all the positives and just how good they are. We saw, as Claude said, 2 tricky semi-finals. What about if there's going to be anything that goes wrong? What is going to be Italy's downfall? What would they be worried about? Claude is walking off.
Look, I think coming in, Italy are very confident that they match up very well against England. For me personally, the match against Spain was by far the toughest one in the lead-up. Spain, they play a style of football that was always going to trouble Italy, maintaining the possession. I think tonight's coming in, it will be a different match. Italy should maintain the bulk of possession in the heart of the park, but quite clearly there are threats for England, and I think the one that they will be keeping a very, very close eye on is Raheem Sterling, the player, of course, that if England are to win tonight, I do feel will be the player of the tournament. Obviously, his pace, ability to potentially get in behind the Italy back four, that will certainly be a concern. But look, I think Italy, They play with flair, they play with style, they're coming in full of confidence, they're enjoying the day, they'll enjoy the evening, and they'll perform to the max of their potential, I've got no doubts.